Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Richard, I'm Nigerian and I review Pakistani dramas. In today's video, I want to talk about my favorite villains in Pakistani dramas. Ye mere favorite villains in Pakistani dramas hain. A good villain in a drama is a character that is complex, but one that fills you with a lot of maybe fear, maybe just apprehension. You're wondering, what is this character going to do next? You're not sure how they think, they may be unstable, and they should also have the ability to just affect a lot of characters in the drama in a lot of negative ways. And I think the good thing about villains is that they make a good story. If you have a good villain in a drama, then it elevates the show. You really feel like the stakes are raised. And so that's why those characters are very important. And over the years, since I've started watching Pakistani dramas, I've seen some very interesting characters, some interesting villains, and that's why I want to talk about my favorite ones in this video. Before I get to the rankings, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and if you like this video, please give it a like. Also, I want to say that I haven't watched all the Pakistani dramas out there, so I'm not saying these are the best villains in all Pakistani dramas, but just my favorite ones from all the dramas that I've seen. At number 5, we have Daniyal from Laapata. This character was played by Gohar Rashid, and he was a character who was married to Falak, and he was very obsessive, very unstable, and very violent as well. When you first look at him, he looks very sophisticated, very polished, relaxed, very upper class. But as the drama goes on, you see that he's actually crazy. He's almost obsessive about Falak, and that is where his crazy side comes out. He almost uses love as a weapon to control her. He has a very aggressive side that doesn't come out immediately, so you're not sure what to expect. But the more he feels pushed, that is when that side comes out. I think the portrayal of this character in Laapata shows the issue of toxic love and possessiveness. And it also shows what can happen when the lines are blurred between passion and obsession. And interestingly enough, I think Gohar Rashid likes to play these kinds of characters because it's almost the same character he played in Manjoki. At number 4, we have Amal in Dunk. Now, I think this was a very different kind of villain because she wasn't a scary character at all. But the worst thing about her is that she always wanted to use false accusation as her weapon. She accused Professor Humayun of harassment, and that led to this whole court case, and it ended up with him taking his life. And she had no remorse, no regrets about her false accusation. And I think later in the drama, she also did the same thing to her husband, Heather, as well. These are the kinds of people that even in real life, in society, you have to be very careful. And the scary thing about her character is that it is a relatable character. A lot of people in society use false accusation as a weapon because they know that people will believe them. And I think that takes away from the important conversation about people who actually go through harassment if someone is just lying all the time just to get their way. Throughout the whole drama of Dunk, you can see how her accusations were affecting everybody. I think what makes a good villain is when you don't feel like they're a threat, but you can see the consequences of their actions affecting everybody. At number 3, we have Noor Jahan. I think Noor Jahan was a very interesting, complex character. She is the typical matriarch character who bosses everybody around, but there was a deep side to her story. She wasn't just a villain for the sake of it. What made her very complicated was that she truly believed that what she was doing was right. Her beliefs about girls being less than boys in society and about just making everybody answer to her. Noor Jahan is a character that uses her authority as a way to manipulate everybody around her. And you can see it in the way she controlled her sons, she tried to control her daughter-in-laws, and she tried to force everybody to believe what she believed to be right. She doesn't care if her son loses his child because it's a girl child. You know, all sorts of things that just make you realize, wow, this woman is actually very crazy. I think it really opened a lot of people's eyes to these kinds of traits in real life people. A lot of people's mother-in-laws are like this. A lot of people have these issues with different people in their families. So I think the character of Noor Jahan was important because this is a lot of people's realities. At number 2, I have Nigar in Balaa. As I said earlier, what makes a good villain is when you don't think they're a threat, but you can see the impact of their actions on everybody. Nigar is a character that is the embodiment of those people that look so beautiful, but you don't know what they're actually capable of doing. When you see her, because she has a disability and she can't do too much physically, you assume that she's not a threat. But in the drama, you see that she is the worst character. She's able to use the sympathy from people as a weapon. She manipulated her father, she manipulated her husband, her in-laws, just about everybody in the drama. She doesn't care about love or loyalty or just family bonds, none of that. She just wants to get her way. She just wants power. She's very jealous and she wants to control everybody in her life. To Nigar, everybody is like a target. She has a plan for everybody, a tactic for how she's going to take everybody out. And I think Ushna Shah did a good job playing this character. I actually like Ushna Shah in these kinds of roles, very sick, twisted roles. And she really, I think her portrayal of this character was very good, very convincing for me at least. And at number 1, Sultan from Shiddat. Now, I think this is the classic narcissist. This is the textbook narcissist. And I have to say that Munib Butt did a fantastic job in his portrayal of Sultan. Throughout the drama, I think Shiddat was 51 episodes or so. I think maybe 43 episodes of this drama was just Sultan being a narcissist and just controlling Asra's life. And it was so much to the point that even at the end of the drama, I was not convinced that he had actually changed his ways. I think it's very difficult for those kinds of characters to just change after they realize something. They actually need deep psychological work. Sultan is very competitive. He wants to get his way. I think he does it in a way that's very manipulative. He makes it seem like he doesn't care. He makes it seem like he's not interested in what you're doing, but he has made a plan to take over and to make sure that he is number 1. And I think a lot of people in society do act like that. And a lot of women, just looking at the comments in every episode for Shiddat, a lot of women were saying that they've gone through similar things, which is very scary when you think about it. Because if a lot of people don't have that good support system and family to help them, they're kind of trapped with those kinds of people, and I would not want to live with that kind of person. Sultan is all about his reputation, his status, and all those things, and that's why he doesn't really care how he's hurting people along the way. He just knows that he wants to preserve his image. Now, I have to say, I didn't like how Shiddat ended, but I think the drama did a good thing to bring the topic of toxic masculinity and how women should actually be believed when they talk about the abuse that they suffer in the house. It's not easy to just say, oh, just keep going back, keep going back. At some point, you have to draw a line and say, where is the limit? You know, you don't want somebody to get hurt and then sometimes their life is on the line. I think the drama did a good job of bringing that conversation, which is an important one. Guys, by the way, I don't love villains, but as I said, I think they just make a show more interesting. You need to have a good villain to have a good show, in my opinion. So guys, ye meri list hai. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave your comments in the comment section. Let me know what you thought about the video. If you want me to do more of these rankings and more of these reviews, please let me know as well. And let me know who are your favorite villains in Pakistani dramas. Okay guys, thank you for watching and I will see you in the next one.